What's up, guys? Weather Wednesday coming at you with another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today I want to take a look at the Doom Tower bosses. Now we are in rotation number 2, which has the Eternal Dragon as the final boss. We've got the Nether Spider, we got Magma Dragon, and we got the Celestial Griffin. I don't know about you guys, but once I find a team that beats one of these bosses, I tend to just run with that team forever. But this time, I decided it's about time to try to speed up some of my boss teams. So I'm going to show you what my current boss teams are for this rotation, show you how they work, show you how fast they are, and we'll see how this goes. So number 1, on floor 90, we've got the Celestial Griffin. And as you can see, I have added Newt to my team. This is the first of 2 teams that he has been added to for this rotation. So I've got Mithrala, Marishka, Pythion, we got the Rat King, and we got Newt. So let's go ahead and watch this. As you can see, my current best time is a minute 56 with 46 turns taken. So this boss and the Magma Dragon, they're pretty fast. The other 2, they're a little bit faster than they were before, but they're a little bit slower. But we'll get through these rotations pretty quick. And here we go. So a big reason why I love the Rat King for so many of the Doom Tower rotations and the waves is those bombs are just so powerful to take down the waves. And so we have to cycle through his abilities. That's what takes the second wave a little bit longer. But Newt is doing some damage, which is pretty nice. We're just waiting for the Rat King to get his bombs again, which takes a little bit of time. Maybe I could speed this up with a Kymar or something, but I like my team to be at least pretty safe, pretty protected, and that's why a lot of the Doom Tower stuff, a lot of things overall, I really love having this combination of Marishka and Pythion and Mithrala. They just keep my team so safe. So even if somebody dies, we can pick them up. As you can see, I've got the brimstone, I've got bombs and poisons and all these things getting taken care of pretty quickly, pretty easily. The Celestial Griffin is really not that difficult. As you can see, we've got his health halfway down already. We put some more bombs on him. Got that decreased defense, or decreased attack, excuse me. Newt does some amazing damage on this boss. And I've just got him in relentless gear. We almost got our best time, not quite. Few extra turns and we'll get this boss down nice and quickly. So as you can see, my team was never any fear of getting hurt. And was that my best time? Okay. Minute 52 and 44 turns is my best. And so that was the Celestial Griffin. Next we will move on to the Magma Dragon. Now the Magma Dragon, it's looking a little bit similar, a little bit different. I added in Uko. I got the Rat King with Newt again. I also go through in a Husk and Mithrala. Now none of these teams really need presets. I'm not sure if I even have presets on any of them. I just kind of let them go because they got to get through the waves. And once they get to the boss, it's not really a time crunch for any of them. As you can see again, I got the Rat King putting those bombs, and we're going to get through this first wave pretty quickly. Newt doing some damage there too. And we're on to the second wave, which again will take a little bit of time as we cycle through the Rat King's bombs. And Mithrala doing her thing. We got the bombs again. So we're getting through this wave actually pretty stinking fast. And we're on to the boss already. And he missed his bombs there. That's okay. Uko with the block buffs and the decrease accuracy. We got decrease attack. We got a weaken. Now the Magma Dragon, he did a little bit of HP burn on our champs. It's no big deal. We're going to get some more bombs onto the Magma Dragon. Newt is going to do his max HP damage, which is incredibly legit for these bosses. We got a little bit of damage there. That's okay. Everybody's okay. Even if Uko went down, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. He does do some damage. The Magma Dragon does do some damage, but that's okay. We've got the champs necessary. Just enough to get it done here. We're getting right near the end there. And that's my best time at minute 42, and the turns are down to 51. So as you can see, those two bosses, pretty easy. Now, we're getting to the Nether Spider. Now, the Nether Spider was in the last rotation, and I showed off my team, and it was pretty slow. But then one of my viewers suggested I throw in Venomage, and it made a world of difference. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. Now we've got Mithrala again with Pythion and Marishka again. Of course, if you don't have Marishka, and very few people do, I would throw in just another tanky reviver of some sort. Duchess, if you have her, I don't. Maybe you could put in like a Godseeker Aniri or just somebody tanky, maybe a Rector Draft, that's the name. Yeah, so if you just find yourself some tankiness, some heals, some protection, then Geomancer and Venomage are going to do their thing and you're good to go. Of course, Venomage is there for the heal reduction, and Geomancer is going to do the damage necessary through his passive. All right. Let's see how long we get through the waves here. Obviously, I don't have the Rat King to do the heavy lifting that I did on the other things, but that's okay. Waves on the Doom Tower, as far as the bosses are concerned, are not generally going to be your problem. If you can't get through the waves, then you're probably not going to get through the boss. So that's not what we're going to be worried about here. You know, sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get through the waves if you don't have like a damage dealer on the team. Now, maybe I could take out, you know, one of these protections. I could take out, you know, Mithrala or Marishka or Pythion. I really like Mithrala there mostly just because she adds a little accuracy for Geo because it's difficult for me to get enough accuracy on my Geomancer, so I just throw in Mithrala there. But if I replace one of those, maybe I could put in, you know, some sort of AoE nuker to get through these faster. But guess who doesn't have Seer yet? This guy. So I just kind of take my lumps. As you can see, it took a little over a minute to get through that wave, which is kind of annoying, but that's okay. It's not a big deal because I don't really farm this boss anyway. So if I have to do it, you know, twice every 3 months to get through, you know, the hardest floor, you know, that's really, I only have to beat this boss about 8 times a year unless I'm doing a video like that. So if it takes a couple minutes to get through the waves, well, that's like 16 minutes a year. Not really a big deal if you think about it. Obviously, this game, if you can get things through things faster, it's going to save you some time of your life, but That's okay. It took 2 minutes and 5 seconds to get through the waves. And now we're going to do damage to the spider. Now the funny thing about that, of course, is that the spider throws out those poisons, and then Marishka puts up the block damage, so we're completely safe from any damage that they want to do. And we also have the bolster set on Pythion, which is going to help. And then we got the strengthen from Marishka, so really we're not in any kind of danger of taking any kind of damage from this boss. Geomancer just needs to put up, his A3, and then we wait for everybody to attack him, and he'll take down the boss pretty quickly. We're actually making really good time here. We've got that heal reduction right there. We got the weaken, we got the HP burn, we got the decrease accuracy. Now that doesn't really do anything for us, but that's okay. The boss puts up those poisons and it does absolutely nothing to us. Now, we really need Geomancer to put up his A3 again. And then once he gets attacked again, he'll probably take down this boss pretty quickly. So like I said, this boss was taking me, like 6 minutes to get down. And we're just waiting for Geo to do his thing. Now we are taking some damage here. That's a little bit surprising, but that's okay. Pythion will get Marishka right back up and we won't be in any serious danger. There we go. Geomancer with his A3. Marishka gets us fully healed. Gives us our block damage. Now we really just need, yes, attack us, attack us, attack us, and you will just kill yourself. Hopefully this will happen again soon. Getting that damage out. Almost there. 4 minutes and 14 seconds. A little bit faster than my previous run. And we're down to 98 turns on the Nether Spider. Pretty good. I feel like in the last rotation I was able to get it down to 3.5 minutes. So I think it could be a little bit better. But sometimes you just got to be patient. Wait for those attacks to come so the Geomancer can do his damage. Now, this team. I tried everything. I tried every kind of boss. But in the end, I just could not get a Geomancer team to work. But Drexthar, the free champion, he always does it for me. And so we got lots of protection. We're keeping Drexthar going. Now he's a defensive champion, so it's easier to keep him alive. But I got Mithrala, I got Pythion, I got Scylla the Drakes, and again with Marishka. Like I said, I use these 3 champions in a lot of content. Keeps my team alive. Let's go. Let's take down the final boss. The Eternal Dragon is no longer eternal. So, as normal, we just got to get through the waves. This is going to take a little bit of time because we don't have a lot of typical damage. We don't have a normal nuker. Drexthar can do a little bit of damage. Scylla the Drakes can throw out her stuns, which is useful. Keeps us nice and safe. As you can see, we haven't really taken any damage or anything. And just a little over 30 seconds and we'll get through this. Get some random poisons and stuff that don't really matter. And we're on to wave 2. And we'll see how long this wave takes. As you can see, this boss does take a little bit longer. Fortunately, I don't really farm this boss either. So taking 5 minutes 3 times a year or so, or 4 times a year, I guess. That's 20 minutes a year. It's not that big of a deal. We just got to get through it. Typically on this rotation, I am going to be farming the Celestial Griffin for that Guardian gear. And so the fact that that team is now just a 2-minute team is very helpful, because that's just going to take about 16 minutes a day as compared to this boss, which if I was to run this 8 times a day, that would take 40 minutes. So that's a pretty significant difference. But with this team, I just got to get through it. Now, unfortunately, we have to take down all these annoying little minions. And this team is just difficult for me to keep alive. That's why I guess I really like having Drexlar in theirs, because he's a little bit more difficult to take down. You know, not impossible to take down, but Geomancer just to me is a little bit squishier. And so he tends to get killed a little bit more often. It was just impossible to keep him alive the entire time. This boss really is, you know, worthy of being the final boss of this rotation, because he is annoying. Takes away all your protections. And the main thing about this is that you really just have to get a good burn on this boss. So I probably could have tried out Ninja or something, but he'd probably die too fast. I really just like Drexlar because he's really good at staying alive. And he's going to keep putting up that HP burn constantly because it's on his A1, I think. And so as you can see, I mean, this boss is just constantly hitting us really hard. That's why I've got to have a lot of heals. You know, basically the other 4 champions are just trying to keep the team alive, and Drexlar is just going back and forth, putting up those burns. As you can see, we're already nearing 3.5 minutes. The boss is about 2/3 done, so maybe we'll get a record time for the team, but those minions are back up. Those minions are really annoying because they're just kind of in the way. But fortunately, Mithrala put up the Hex, making them virtually useless. Drexlar is still putting up those burns, going time after time after time. So even if I were to miss one shot at a burn, he's just going to put it right back up. So it's not really too big of a worry. As you can see, the health has gone down significantly several times, but if you get enough heals on the team, enough protection on the team, that's just going to go right back up. We're just over 4 minutes now, and the boss is about 80 or 90% down. We're almost there. Probably going to beat my record time, which is really good. But it's still a pretty slow team. You know, I have seen teams that were under 2 minutes. Oh, he's down, but that's okay. We're going to pick him back up, and that HP burn on the boss is already high enough. Yeah, it didn't really matter. So that is 437. Took 99 turns, but it was a faster time. So those are my 4 teams for this current Doom Tower rotation. Pretty fast. You know, that took me less than 20 minutes to get through all 4 of them. But like I said, I'm going to just be farming the Celestial Griffin, and that takes me about 2 minutes. So I'm pretty happy with that. I do think that those teams could be a little bit faster. So let me know what if you are beating these times, and if so, how? Or if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll try to get back to you. But that's it. Those are my Doom Tower teams for this rotation. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. And don't forget to leave a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe for more videos. See you next time.